Good evening and welcome to episode 91. As always, we'll start with our gratitude attitude. So, if you would please gently close your eyes. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax your body. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, let all your stress melt away. Take one more deep breath. This time, completely let yourself go. Now, think of one thing that you're thankful for that happened in the past week. Once you identified that, think about why you are thankful. And now let's set it free. If you're by yourself, say it out loud what you are thankful for and why. If you're with someone, tell it to each other. Okay, so let's continue with our series on six perfections. So far, we discussed giving, patience, and moral discipline. So I thought we'll discuss perfection of effort today. This is also known as vigor and enthusiasm, perseverance. The effort is a mind that delights in virtue. Effort is not something we practice on our own, on its own. Effort is something we practice with all other actions. So, for example, when we're doing practicing giving, we need to apply effort. When we are practicing patience, we need to apply effort, so on and so forth. I'm sure you heard this expression that half of the life is just showing up. I used to tell that to my kids all the time. All that what means is that you are consistently showing up for what needs to be done, what's important to you. keep giving your effort without regard to short-term results or lack thereof, right? So I don't know whether I mentioned this before, but when I came to the US, right, I was paying for all my expenses during the first semester. So as a student on an F1 visa, that's the last thing we want to do. So I used to go and knock every professor's doors, like, hey, do you have any research assistantship? And think about this research assistantship is that they not only waive your tuition, but they also give you a nice stipend, $1,000 a month or something like that. So it's a decent gig, for working maybe 20, 25, 30 hours a week. So I'll go meet with these guys at least once every couple of weeks. And come October, I started in August, right? So come October, I knock on one professor's door and he says, my grant from the National Science Foundation just got approved. I'm going to look for 3 people. I'm going to interview a bunch of students. I say, okay, that's good. And he says, I'm going to interview only for 2 positions. I said, okay. And he said, I'm going to give you one of the position for sure. I was like, wow, why is that? Right? I don't know this guy from Jack. He said, well, every 2 weeks without, fail, you showed up every other Thursday on my door. And that shows commitment. So point is that, it's if you put an effort, it usually pays off, right? So no matter how many times you hear no, we must get up and move forward for our goal. Now, to apply effort, we need to overcome 3 types of laziness. 1, procrastination. 2, attraction to what is non-virtuous. And 3, discouragement. So what perseverance means is that we must become independent of internal and external influences when we are moving towards a goal. See, all of you are here or listening the videos or attending the sessions because something in you tells you that you want to become mindful. You want some level of mental peace and joy and bliss within you. If that's the goal, then please make sure that you don't get influenced by outside factors. You'll have good meditation days and not so good meditation days. Some days you may feel like you met Buddha himself. And other days, your mind is so wound up that nothing brings peace, it seems. And that's perfectly okay. With time, you'll get to a situation, hopefully, where no matter the external condition, you'll be able to bring your mind to peace. What you want to avoid is I'll start meditation once the kids are out of the house, or I'll focus once I retire, and so on. These are just examples of procrastination. Essentially, it is unwillingness to put effort into what is meaningful to you. Or maybe it's not meaningful to you. Maybe that's you are indirectly telling yourself that this is not a top priority for you. And this is dangerous because this opportunity to practice is easily lost once we are distracted by other things. The second type of laziness is when we do mundane things instead of what is meaningful to us. I call this busy work. There are so many people I know who stay busy for the sake of staying busy. It just boggles my mind. They're always busy. No matter when you ask them, say, I'm so busy. When you're busy for the sake of busyness, you don't have time to think about what is important or what would make you better or what would take you places. So I had this rule in my office that I would not keep my calendar more than 4 hours a day busy, period. Right? No matter what, I had half a day empty if I'm in town. That was the rule. Because when you're busy all the time, you can't think the next big thing, right? The third type of laziness is discouragement. Don't get discouraged because you think you're not making progress in your meditation practice. You're certainly making progress. Even if you get 10 seconds of peace within you, that is 10 seconds more than you had before. So there are three types of effort actually. The armor like effort, which is the strong determination to succeed. The effort of gathering virtuous action, which is the effort we apply to accumulate positive karma. And the effort of benefiting others, which is effort we apply to help other living beings. Other thing about effort is how we apply our effort. Some people, they begin their effort with huge fanfare and go full force. I'm going to get this, I'm going to go up there, I'm going to climb this mountain, whatever, right? But then they fizzle out after a while. That's what we call waterfall effect. When it rains, the waterfall's great. When it dries up, there's no waterfall. We want to be like a river in our effort, constantly flowing, as opposed to intermittently applying effort. So hope this is useful in your daily practice and improves your meditation. Today, let's try loving kindness meditation. As always, let's start by first settling in our hearts. Once we cleared our minds, we'll begin the loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness is an intentional wish for other living beings to be happy. So we'll start by bringing attention to ourselves and contemplate that may I be happy, may I be loved, may I be free from misery, may I be joyful. Then we'll think of a person who is closest to us and contemplate, may you be happy, may you be loved, may you be free from misery, may you be joyful. Next, we'll think about someone who is not as close to us. May they be happy, may they be loved, may they be free from misery, may they be joyful. And then we'll think about all living beings and contemplate, may we be happy, may we be loved, may we be free from misery, may we be joyful. So that's the idea. If you're ready, let's begin. Please get into your meditation posture, cross-seated position. If you are in a chair, make sure your legs are straight, your back straight, spine upright, shoulders leveled. Gently close your eyes. Keep your mouth just a little bit open. That way, any stress you may have in your jaws will dissipate. Put your palms in your lap, right over left, thumbs gently touching each other. Take a deep breath. As you exhale, relax all your muscles. Take another deep breath. As you exhale, let all your stress melt away. Now, bring your attention at your nostril to the sensation of your breath. Feel the cool air as you breathe in. Feel slightly warmer air as you breathe out. Keep your attention at your nostrils for about a minute or so on your own. Now, bring your attention at your heart. Experience the peaceful nature that is your root mind. Let this peaceful moment bring the next peaceful moment. Remember, there is nothing to do. There is nowhere to go. Just enjoy. Now, maintaining the focus at your heart, at your root mind, contemplate. May I be happy. May I be free from misery. May I be loved. May I be joyful. Now, think about one person who is closest to you. Keeping them at your heart. Contemplate. May you be happy. May you be free from misery. May you be loved. May you be joyful. Now, think about one person who you don't care too much about. You're not particularly happy with. Them at your heart and contemplate. May they be happy. May they be free from misery. May they be loved. May they be joyful. Now, imagine all living beings gather at your heart and contemplate. May everyone be happy. May everyone be free from misery. May everyone be loved. May everyone be joyful. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. Any questions? Go ahead,
No
Prem.
questions, but I just wanted to. You made a point about short-term results.
Yeah,
I make that point all the time. Human minds are wired for instant gratification.
exactly.
So, you have to really learn that skill.
And especially in Western world, right? If you look at our corporations, right, we are a quarter to quarter people, right? Our politicians, every 2 years we have a change in Congress. So
Yeah,
China plays a 30-year long range plan. We can't even have a 3 months plan,
yeah, yeah,
right? So it's very difficult to think long term in the Western world.
yeah,
So we're just wired that way.
yeah. And our habits have become like it, right? Even if you shop online, you want everything delivered
It's
same day. So it's all from small things to large, right?
Yeah,
We've been just
yeah, yep,
trained to be that way.
yeah. And see, at a very early age, right, we get conditioned,
Yeah,
right? I mean, we are conditioned like that, so nobody has patience anymore.
yeah,
So,
that's the key.
yep. Any other questions, comments,
Nope.
Aditi?
Uh, no questions, but actually we do this every weekend, every week. And when we go to work, we forget everything, and we just get in there that, like, we are constantly stressed and constantly thinking of work. How to not to do that, like, how can I keep things in perspectives, and how can I remind myself?
So that's a very good question. The best way to do that is to put some boundary between your work and your life, right? Your work is not your life. I think I may have mentioned this before that if you were to be in a hospital tomorrow, your work's not going to miss you. They'll replace you in 30 days tops. Okay. Your family will miss you, right? So I think it's very important to put boundary between your work and your life. One thing, I know you work from home sometimes, right? You go there and then you log in again.
Yes.
If you have a choice, be disciplined about it. Say, listen, I'm here 8 to 5. I'm happy to be here 8 to 5, right? If it happens to be 9 to 6, 8 to 6, doesn't matter. But once I leave, I leave.
Mhm.
Okay, don't turn on that computer. I know it's going to be difficult for the first week or two, but once you get into habit, I'll give you an example. Uh, I was a 24/7 kind of guy up until about 2005, 2004, 5. And
Mhm.
then I joined this group of people. I used to pay them $10,000 a year to meet them 4 times a year to tell me that I need to cut this thing off. Okay.
Wow.
And they taught me this thing called free days, focus days, and buffer days. And a
Okay.
free day is a 24-hour period, midnight to midnight, where you do not check your emails, don't do your phone calls, completely day off. Okay.
Okay.
And goal was to take 150 free days a year. Now that sounds like a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but there are 52 weekends. That's 104 days right there, right? 7 or 8 holidays. That's 110. So it's not that far fetched. Okay. And it took me about a year to get into the system. But once I got in, I was ingrained in the system so much that one Saturday somebody called and I was upstairs. Ish was downstairs. He was 7 years old, maybe. He picks up my phone and somebody says, I want to talk to Nirav. And he's 7 year old at the time. Okay, remember. And he says, well, my dad doesn't do business on Saturday. And he hung up on.
Wow.
And I said, okay, this is good, right?